Hello friends, in today's video we are going to see top-down code for optimal matrix chain multiplication. In my last video I have already explained the recursive code and the recursion tree, and after analysis we found out that we can apply dynamic programming here. Okay, and if you have not watched those videos then please go and watch before watching this video, and I have shared the video in description as well as I button. Otherwise it will be very difficult for you to understand. So now let's come to this particular video. As you can see, this is my recursive code and this is my recursion tree. You may be thinking why. See, this recursive code I am going to convert to a top-down code, and this recursion tree is going to help us to find a table dimension. And if you remember, in top-down code we use a memo table. Okay, that is, if we calculate some value, we are going to store that particular value in the memo table so that I don't have to calculate it again. So now let's find a table dimension. Table dimension. See, if you remember, this was I and this was j. So how many distinct value I is taking and how many distinct value j is taking? I is taking 1, 2, 3, 4. Same with j. 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch it carefully. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. So total distinct value taken by I and j will be the number of matrices we have. But to maintain the simplicity of this particular code, what I will do is I will take this table dimension as n plus 1 cross n plus 1. Okay. So this will be the table dimension. And one more thing, as we have table dimension now, we need one more thing. And what is that? Identifier in table. To let us know that whether we have calculated this particular value prior or not. And what will be my identifier here? Say, number of multiplication performed can never be negative. Okay. So I will take a negative number as my identifier. And I am going to use -1 as my identifier. And one more thing, I will create one more table, and that table name will be optimal PA, that is optimal parenthesis. See, here when I gave a function call to 1, 4, that is optimal 1, 4, what it did? It ran for k in range I to j, that is, it tried 3 parentheses. That is, if you remember, ABCD was a matrices. Here first I gave parentheses, then here and then here. Among these, I choose the one having minimum number of multiplication. Okay. So what I am going to do here is that in this optimal parenthesis matrix, I am going to update for 1, 4, that is in 1, 4 cell, I will update what was the optimal way of parenthesizing. That is, I have parenthesized after A, B or C. This is what I am going to update in this particular matrix. That is for matrix, that is for example you can say for matrices from 1 to 3 what was the optimal way of parenthesis. Okay. So this is what I will update in optimal parenthesis matrix. And one more thing, this memo table name which I will be using here will be tab. And so create this tab, what I am going to do, I will use -1. Okay. So suppose this is my tab, I will give here -1 into size. See, my matrix dimension will be n plus 1 cross n plus 1. N is the number of matrices we have. And here in this P we have total n plus 1 index. Okay. N matrices, dimension of n matrices and total n plus 1 index. So I am going to use length of P to create my table. Okay. For I in range P. This is what I am going to, it will be size. This will be what I am going to use for creating my memo table. Okay. Now the table is created. What I am going to do? I am going to modify this particular code and I will convert this particular code into a top-down code. Okay. So what are the modifications we need to do here? See, if you remember from my previous videos, wherever we are returning something, we are going to modify it. That is, prior to returning that particular thing, we will save that particular value in the memo table. That is, here I am returning, so tab of I j will be min multiplication required, and here what I will do, I will return tab of I j. Okay, this is the one modification, and here also I am returning, so what I will do, tab of I j is equal to 0, and after that I will return, you can return you can return 0 also, and you can return tab of I j, doesn't matter. So these are the two return changes, and also I need to make one more change. And what is that change? See, what I am doing here, in this for loop I am giving parenthesis a b c d, and I am calculating the multiplication required through this particular parenthesis. Okay, and if this particular parenthesis is smaller than the mean multiplication required, then I am going to update mean multiplication required with multiplication required. Okay, and one more thing, now I have an optimal parenthesis table. Okay, opt pair table. So I will update in the opt pair table ij what was my optimal parenthesis. That is, I have given parenthesis after a, b, c or d for my optimal answer. Now one thing which we are missing is that we need to check whether we have updated that particular value in table or not. And for that, what we need to do, if tab of I j is not equal to -1, that means I have updated in table, and I am going to return tab of I j. So now this code is the top-down code, TD code. And so once we have this TD code, how this recursion tree will look like? That is, recursive top-down tree using the memo table. Let's see. So as you can see here, I have 4 matrices here. Okay. So my recursive table will be 5 cross 5. And it will be initialized with -1. Okay. Now let's see this recursion tree. So first of all, 1, 4 will be called, and the first value to return will be 1, 1. So what I will do here is, I will denote it with u. That is, I have calculated the value of 1, 1, and after that, see, 2, 3 will be called, and 2, 3 will give a call to 2, 2, and 2, 2 will return. So this value will also be updated. Okay, and then again 2, 3 will give a call to 3, 4, and 3, 4 will give a call to 3, 3, and 3, 3 will return, and after that 4, 4 will return, and after that 3, 4 is returning. And what is this q? I am denoting that I have calculated this value, and for each explanation I am showing you that I have updated this particular value in the table using this particular code. Okay, actually it will be some number. For to easier explanation I am using u, that is I have updated. Then it will 3, 4 will return something to 2, 3, and 2, 3 will give a call to 2, 3 will give a call to it will be 2 comma 4. 2 comma 4 will give a call to 2 comma 3, and 2 comma 3 will give a call to 2 comma 2, and 2 comma 2 will return from the table, and 3 comma 3 will also return from the table. Then 2 comma 3, 2 comma 3 will be calculated, and again 2 comma 4 will give a call to 4 comma 4. So 4 comma 4 is already updated, so it will return, and then 2 comma 4 will be returned. So I am updating in the table. So again, what will 1 comma 4 do? 1 comma 4 will call 1 comma 2. Okay. So 1 comma 2, 1 comma 4, 1 comma 2 will check in table that whether we have updated it or not. So it is not updated, as you can see. So it will give a call to 1 comma 2, then 2 comma 2. Sorry, 1 comma 1 and 2 comma 2. 1 comma 1 is updated, 2 comma 2 is updated. So it will return from here, nothing, no work, and 1 comma 2 will return after that. So I am updating it here. And after 1 comma 2, 3 comma 4 will be called. Okay, and 3 comma 4 will call, sorry, 3 comma 4 will first check in this particular table whether the value is updated or not. So as you can see here, the value is updated. So what it will do, it will directly return its value from here, and this function call will not be made. Okay, these function calls will not be made, and it will return its answer to 1 comma 4. Then 1 comma 4 will give a call to 1 comma 3, and here 1 comma 3 is not updated. So 1 comma 3 will give a call to 1 comma 1. 1 comma 1 is updated, then it will give a call to 2 comma 3, and see 2 comma 3 will check in the table that whether it has been calculated earlier or not. So as you can see here, it is due, that means it has been calculated. So it will directly return from here, and this tree will not grow. Okay, and then 1 comma 3 is going to give a function call to 1 comma 2, and 1 comma 2 will again check in the table whether it has been calculated earlier or not. So as you can see here, it is true, so it has been calculated, and it will return directly from here, and these two function call will not be made. Okay, then 3 comma 3 is already calculated, so it will return from here. Then 1 comma 3 will return, and 1 comma 4 will call 4 comma 4. So 1 comma 3 will be updated, 4 comma 4 will be, as it is updated, it will return directly from here, and then 1 comma 4. 1 comma 4 will update and will return in this particular line. So this is how top-down code will work. And see, this recursion tree, this recursion tree, and this recursion tree was set. That is, no function call for this particular recursion tree. So this is the advantage we get using any of the dynamic programming method. So friends, this is all I have for top-down video, and if you have liked this particular video, then please like, share and subscribe, and thanks a lot for watching.